Welcome back to Edgework, part of the Hammer Betting Network, presented by FanDuel Sportsbook. I'm Zack Phillips, joined by Alex Moretto and So Money Sports on this Thursday morning. Full slate of NHL games ahead of us here. We'll get into all of that. We'll give out best bets. We'll answer questions from the chat as well. Start with this, though. Moretto, last night, Bobby McMahon scores in the first period. That had to have been a nightmare situation for you.
Yeah, look, so I'm happy to address this because Rob gave out Bobby McMahon plus 400. He scores a goal. Congratulations, Rob. Must feel really good winning a bet after all those forward progress best bet losers they've given out this year. That's great. And then he also gave out Kevin Fiala, did not score. Troy Terry did not score. We didn't hear anything about any of those ones, obviously. He also definitely did not know that Bobby McMahon was going to be promoted to the first line when he gave that out in the morning because no one knew that Berube was putting those lines in a blender. So he got some fortunate. Sometimes you get some bounces. That's great. I gave out one, Mikko Rantanen. Not only does he score, he scores three. Look, again, Rob doesn't even address that. It's cricket. So classic tout move. We can move on from that, but I feel very good about how yesterday went. So it is what it is. It is what it is.
First goal.
Also, I don't want to forget, because So Money wasn't on yesterday, but props to So Money for that Amadio pick on Tuesday night.
Yes, right. Yeah, we did talk about that yesterday, So Money. You want to take a moment to victory lap that as well?
I expected to win that, so I'm glad.
I expected to.
It's a perfect response. That's fair enough. Yeah, we did break that down yesterday. Talk about that winner that you had there, So Money. So congratulations. But I knew that was going to be a tough one for us as an Edgework team. After Rob sent in the chat, Moretto immediately said no, and then like halfway through, the best part is too, it played out exactly as it was said on the show. I think Albert said, okay, whatever, not gonna do it, and he's gonna score halfway through the first period. Like it's written out exactly as we said it on the show, and then of course Rob comes right back. So hey, you got to respect it, but we'll keep it moving. Keep it moving. We'll give out more picks here today, get to more goal scores. And as we do that, you guys know it already, but just a reminder, the NHL is back and FanDuel is bringing more action than ever because everyone knows hockey just hits different. Load up a power play with the hottest same-game parlays found on the Parlay Hub. Lace them up and follow your bets with player prop tracking or bet on the fly with the Pulse. The hunt for the cup starts here. You can get more from the NHL with FanDuel, North America's #1 sports book. Right now, new customers kick off the season with $150 in bonus bets if your bet wins. Just place any $5 bet and you'll get $150 in bonus bets if your bet wins. Please play responsibly. You must be 19 plus, physically located in Ontario. Gambling problem, call 1-866-531-2600. That's 1-866-531-2600 or visit connectsontario.ca. I need that beginning of that ad read to change. It says the NHL is back. I'm like, oh, it's November 14th. The NHL has been back for a bit here, but rest of the ad stands true. So make sure to head on over there. Take advantage of that deal. You can click on it in the link in the description as well. All right, you guys send your goal scores in the chat here throughout the show today as well. But let's kick it off with today's games, and let's start with the Jets Lightning game. Starting here, we have Winnipeg -110, the Lightning -110, total of 6.5 on FanDuel, +110, over -134, under. So Money, you've got a best bet to start off the morning, don't you? And you are muted.
Great start. There you go.
There we go.
Sorry, just I did bet Tampa Bay. I'm just reading something here on Vasilevsky.
Some bad news coming out on Tampa right now. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
There's no Vasilevsky's not on the ice right now for the morning skate. And there's an e-bug there, and also no Braden Point.
Okay, so Braden Point I expected.
Yeah.
Let's sorry, I knew we were going to start with this, but I can't give out Tampa Bay if I don't know what's happening here. Can we?
The gap from Vasilevsky to Jonas Johansson is about as big as it gets between goals.
And I've already bet Tampa Bay, and I'm sitting on it, so I can't. There's nothing I can do if we don't know what's happening here.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Let's hold off on that one. We will come back. Let's call an audible, and we'll go to Sens Flyers here. Pull it up on FanDuel right now. Sens minus 178, the Flyers plus 146, 5.5 on FanDuel, minus 128 over, plus 104 under. Moretto, do you have anything for us in this one?
Yeah, I have an under bet in this game. So I think if you've been watching the show whatsoever, you're not going to be surprised by this. I've bet unders on both these teams quite a bit, especially with Urson in net, who is going to be in net again tonight. He returned a few games ago from injury. He's been really good since coming back. And honestly, he's pretty good goalie overall. I'm pretty comfortable betting unders with him in there. Flyers, just a low volume offense to begin with, and I think that kind of gets amplified against good defensive teams, and the Sens are playing very good suffocating defense right now. We've seen it against pretty much every matchup they've been in. Offense has been solid, but Flyers defensively, they maybe been a bit inconsistent, but overall they've been pretty good. There's just, a ton of evidence here to suggest that this should be a low event game, and very comfortable with these sixes that are out there.
Okay, so pull it up. Obviously, we got sixes, pretty much like minus 115. I think we can do for you there, Moretto. That's good.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Oh yeah.
All right, under 6 minus 116. Actually, sorry, minus 116
no
locked in here. Somebody, do you have anything to add to this one? You're in agreement?
Yeah. So we'll make this one a double best bet. Back to the Flyers unders for all the reasons that Alex mentioned. Ottawa, we know that our Senators have started playing very well again. They're starting to buy into what I thought they would, like the vision that a Travis Green has. They're starting to buy into that. I know from firsthand experience, it takes time to start playing the way that Travis Green wants you to play, and that always starts with defense. So it's not surprising that we're seeing Ottawa starting to tighten up defensively. That's really where they needed to be. So both teams better defensively. We get the goaltender in net that we need for the Flyers. There is a big drop off between Urson and the other guys. So we're good. I'm on this under as well, and I'm still a little bit rattled about this Tampa Bay situation, but I'm still monitoring it here.
Don't worry, so money. It's all good. We'll stay away from it as of right now, but then we can circle back when need be. Let's go here now to the Canadiens Wild game, another game that I'm quite certain you guys have a best bet in. Habs plus 220, the Wild minus 275, 6.5 plus 100 over, minus 122 under on FanDuel. So money, do you want to go here for this one?
Yeah, so this is under as well for me. Similar situations here as the Philadelphia Ottawa game. Couple of teams that are dead under teams. Montreal did go through a stretch where they weren't looking that great defensively, but they also weren't getting the goaltending for a stretch there. So expecting Montembeault in net, even with, his baseline is good enough for Montreal to be able to hang around. Obviously, this game is on Minnesota stick, so however the Wild want to play, they're the ones that are going to dictate this game. And the Wild, they do like to play defensively for the most part, especially when they're at home against bad teams. So I'm on the under here, 6.5. Minus 122 is fine. We can lock that in.
Under 6.5, minus 122. Moretto, you agree with this one?
Yeah, it's going to be, I guess, a lot of agreements on today's show. Definitely one that I have already bet, and I still like at the current prices that are available. I think the Habs also are figuring some things out defensively here a little bit. You can see a semblance of a defensive system coming into play here. Maybe Trevor Letowski's got his fingerprints on that. I don't know if it's Marty or not. But look, back-to-back very strong efforts at 5-on-5, and you're going to be like, what are you talking about? They allowed 4 goals against the Leafs. They allowed 5 against the Sabres. Penalty kill has gone into a little bit of a slump. That is definitely a concern. But for the most part, it's been goaltending that has sewered them. The Leafs scored, I think, 3 power play goals in that game, then one terrible 5-on-5 goal of Connor Timmins that Josh Anderson was going swimming out there. But yeah, look, overall, they've been very good defensively. That Caden Primo let in 5 goals on about 13 shots, and they weren't even necessarily high danger chances. It was a really bad goaltending effort. Montembeault will be back in net here. Just overall, the Habs are trending the right way defensively and offensively. While they have been efficient, they've had to be efficient because they really aren't generating all that much either. So they've been scoring a little bit over their heads, and I would expect some regression. And this feels like sort of a natural spot for it against a Wild team that is very, very good defensively and will be able to dictate the tempo of this game. We saw what they did to Chicago and San Jose over the last week. They really gave up nothing. I know they lost that Chicago game, but like it was a little bit of a misleading final. So I expect Minnesota to be able to really dictate the pace here, and bounce back game for Montembeault, hopefully in net we can get. And either way, I don't think we're going to get as bad goaltending as we saw in that Buffalo game. So definitely should be a lower event game, and getting a 6.5 here is nice. And there's 6s at plus money as well that are available, which I think are also fine if you only have access to those.
A few things here quickly. If you're watching right now and you haven't already, please hit that like button, subscribe here to the channel, Edgework HQ. If you're watching on Twitter, you want to participate in the show here today, you can do so by heading over to the YouTube channel and participating in the live chat. Couple things from the chat here that I want to address. So first of all, Connor said, are we skipping the Devils and Rangers games? No, we're going to come back. Right before we came on the show, the guys told me there was a couple games to prioritize and get out right away. So we're jumping to those there, and then we'll go back and fill out the rest of today's slate after the fact. Every single game will be covered here today. The other thing, I don't know, did I miss this or did I not? Did I interpret this differently? Kevin said so money played in the league.
Yeah, there's a couple of things like that. I don't know what I said.
I don't know what you said either. I don't know if I just missed it or misinterpreted it. Moretto, do you know what they're talking about?
No, it's all right. You can tell them. Let's pull up So Money's Hockey DB page right now so we can. It's.
I didn't hear anything out of the ordinary that So Money said, and then I saw the comments in the chat. I'm like, what happened? Like something must have been said. But all right, so yes, Connor, we will get to all the games. And then as for So Money playing pro, no answer for you there. You guys tell me what it was. There's another question on this game before we move off quickly. I just clicked on the wrong one. Matthew, thoughts on the Minnesota puck line in this one? On FanDuel right now, puck line for the Wild. Obviously, it's just a derivative of the main market of this one. The money line -275, puck line -1.5, -108. I don't. Do either of you guys have an opinion on kind of where this one's priced at for puck line or money line as of right now? I guess they go hand in hand.
I mean, I can talk about it from a Habs perspective, where I think that the Habs are a very volatile team, where like they are capable at the top of their range of outcomes. They are capable of playing very good games, and even against teams like this. So, I mean, it's just all dependent on what Habs team you're kind of going to get, right? They're able to put in those sort of efforts on an on inconsistent basis, but like when you do get those efforts, I'm not going to want to be sitting there with the Minnesota puck line. But as a young team, they're not able to kind of replicate those performances. So when they are putting in games where they're just kind of no showing or struggling, yeah, I mean, sure, that's probably a great ticket to be holding, but I not something I'm looking to bet right now, just given the kind of wide range of outcomes from this Habs team.
All right, there you go. I figured it out now. It was Kevin says, you said you have firsthand experience how long it takes to play well defensively under T Green. Respectfully, you guys are idiots. Come on. So Money's talking about his time in Vancouver. Come on, you should have known that one of all things.
That's so funny.
That was why that one didn't even like raise a flag for me. I was like, yeah, that makes sense. Keep going. And you guys are thinking
that's hilarious. Yeah, I mean, like with like some like context, right? It took the Canucks a while. Like Travis Green's very demanding defensively,
yeah,
and it took the Canucks a while to like kind of buy into his system because he implements like all these different systems on defense and stuff. And like back when I played with him in the NHL, it was the same thing.
All right, next game. Let's go Bruins Dallas. The Bruins +146, the Stars -176. 5.5 on FanDuel here yet again, -132 over plus 108 under. Moretto, if you want to take the lead, on this one, do you have any bets for us tonight?
Yeah, hit me with another under. What do we got here? We got sixes. Any of those sixes that are out there are good. There's anywhere from minus 110 to minus 120. I will take whatever you feel so inclined to give. So yeah, you can go back and play the tape from a week or so ago where I was talking about I wanted the opportunity to get on Dallas unders at one point. And like, yes, that's contrary to what I bet the other night, obviously, where I was on the Dallas over against Pittsburgh. Yeah, numbers matter and all that, but like, so this may seem kind of contradictory, but like the matchups also very much matter too, especially when you're betting into totals. And I think that this matchup and spot is the perfect one to hop on these Dallas unders. So they've been much better defensively for a while now. Some uncharacteristic sort of blips from Ottinger and some rougher games have kind of clouded that, but they are very much trending to being an under team. And, matchup wise against Pittsburgh, that wasn't going to show itself against a Pittsburgh team that's going to just lure you into playing sort of pond hockey and be like, you know what, we can get after this team and score a bunch of goals and we'll be fine. Whereas with Boston, they're not going to want to get dragged into a game like that. And Dallas is comfortable playing this low event sort of hockey too. So, yeah, I think they're going to be able to really limit this kind of tame Bruins offense because their defensive numbers have been trending up significantly. And Boston defensively will try and really muddy this game up a little bit too. That's the one thing we know about this Bruins team is that they are very much equipped to defend. So complete opposite stylistic matchup to that Pens game should be very quiet in terms of offense. And yeah, getting 6 here, I think is something we probably wouldn't be getting if this was like 3 months or 2 months from now.
I'll give you a minus 115 on the under there.
Perfect.
That's kind of what I'm getting on BetStamp is like the consensus, at least the middle average number of it. So Money, you're also in agreement on this one?
Yeah. Another double best bet. Alex touched on it. Boston's a team that is a dead under team for me as well. I don't know what's going on with them internally, but what I do know is from what I see on ice, they have trouble generating and they have no problem. They have no problem playing tight defensively as well. I mean, they kind of have to. So, yeah, I'm on the under as well. The only slight concern here is that because I don't know what's going on, because I don't know what's going on, kind of with Boston and the way they want to play. I got sidetracked by that comment.
I saw it.
Yeah. So.
Oh, you're muted.
I went on mute. Awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, like, concern here is that if Dallas comes out strong and they start dictating, if Dallas feels like they want to play offensively, they are the better team and they are lined as if they're the better team. So they will dictate how Dallas wants this game to go. So we are both Alex and I. We are betting on Dallas wanting to play a defensive style, which I agree with. But the concern would be if they don't want to, basically. So, yeah, because like Dallas is gonna control how this game is played.
Can you confirm whether or not you were out at a nightclub for a birthday party downtown Vancouver last Saturday?
That was not me. whatever you saw happened was not me.
Oh man. Okay.
We do have
let's go.
Not an update, but we have some added context about Vasilevsky. Eduardo and Cena saying that Vasilevsky not skating this morning could be just giving him some extra time off. Doesn't mean he won't play tonight. Tampa's likely to give him as much rest on stretches when they can. So again, we obviously have to still wait to see what's happening here. But might not be time to hit the panic button on those Tampa tickets yet.
I mean, you had a week off, right? So like it's still
So he's already had the time off. So it is confusing. Yeah.
All right. Let's go next game here. Are you guys good if we start to circle back to the top of the board?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go Devils Panthers here. So the Devils here plus 115, the Panthers minus 138, total of 6.5 plus 110 over minus 134 under on FanDuel. Moretto, what do you got for us here in this game, if anything? I just saw ASOS's profile.
I know.
That's why I started laughing. It's just Albert with his sunglasses.
Oh man. Is that
I think it's Peter.
It is, yeah, okay. I don't have anything in this game. No. I think you're now getting a suppressed Devil's price where if this was where it was the other night, you're not looking to bet it. But obviously, it's reactionary to that game a little bit the other night. But we're getting Bobrovsky back in net here, so maybe you can even say that, like, I wouldn't say a discount, but Florida's underpriced considering where they would have been the other day. And this is also somebody's talked about this a bunch too, where that Panthers motivational factor. I mean, after losing to Tuesday and against the Devils, and it's basically this exact same game, which is so weird that 2 days later we're playing the exact same game in the same venue with the same teams. Like this, this isn't game 1 and game 2. I don't understand that at all. Just zero creativity in this scheduling. But yeah, I think now you'll see the Panthers actually show up. Like, you can rely on the effort here, right? Where you can rely on them to kind of, after losing that game to the Devils, they'll want to, bounce back a little bit. Sounds like Sam Bennett might be back in the lineup too here. So definitely not looking to get back on the Devils like we were the other night. And I'm just going to have nothing here.
Okay, fair enough. We do have an update. It is not Peter. He's in the chat. So we have a new Albert profile pics copier. I don't even know what to call them at this point. ASOS changing it to the Albert pick. So Money, do you have any bets in this Devils Panthers game?
No, I did. I would have liked a little bit cheaper on the Panthers here. It's around the same number that we bet the Devils, but now, as Alex mentioned, you have to add Bobrovsky, and there is a difference between him and Spencer Knight, and you have to add Bennett as well. So, yeah, I think it's lined exactly where it should be because we bet the Devils. Obviously, they closed lower than what they are right now, but then you got to go back to do the increase with Bobrovsky and Bennett. So we're right where we need to be in this game. If it gets to Florida in the minus 120s, it won't. But if it does, that's what I need to play Florida.
Okay, let's go Sharks Rangers here now. Sharks plus 315. Rangers minus 410, 6.5 plus 100 over, minus 122 under on FanDuel right now. So Money, back to you. Thoughts on this game?
Yeah, I mean, I love my Sharks, right? But it's not a game that I want to get involved with. Yeah, I think those minus 400s are tough to look at. I think that just based on the number and what we know, the way that the Rangers play and the way that the Sharks are playing, it looks a little high. But I mean, it's not something that I'm going to be rushing towards. If it gets something like plus 350 or something, I'll think about it. But yeah, at this moment, I'm not involved.
Moretto, can I pitch you on a Sharks minus 1.5?
Yes, you can. Sharks minus 1.5, and who are we going to throw in with that to make that parlay complete? Maybe a little Habs minus 1.5. Get really disgusting on a Thursday here.
I was going to SGP Sharks minus 1.5 and like Celebrini anytime or something.
Or as Sam's saying here, maybe a little Goudreau anytime.
Ooh,
so
there you go.
There you go. There's the SGP. But I do have a bet in this game. It is not on the Sharks. It is not on the Sharks minus 1.5. It is on an over 6. Now that we're at the 6s, it was mostly 6.5 at open. Undertook a little bit of money, which like maybe I can understand. Whatever at 6.5. At these 6s though, I'm good playing an over here up to minus 120. But there is minus 115 very, very widely available, so you should be able to get on that. Look, both teams are just in shambles defensively right now. Like that Miller-Trouba pairing is as disgusting as it gets. They're getting absolutely caved, and there is just no – like Laviolette put the lines in a blender, and now that everything's gone to shit, he's deciding not to like change anything. Like, it doesn't make any sense. I don't understand what's going on over there, but they're playing really bad defensively, and the Sharks have been able to generate against pretty much anyone. Defensively, they've been horrible. And like you look at their recent schedule and it's like, oh, they actually haven't been that bad. Like they've had some pretty like tight games, some low scoring games. Like, yeah, Blackwood and Vanacek have been playing out of their minds in some of these spots. And maybe that's a concern. Maybe it keeps going here against a Rangers team that's struggling a little bit right now. And maybe Shesterkin, Shesterkin's obviously capable of putting in those performances and just shutting the door. So like, yeah, as far as overs go, this is maybe one where you do have some concern about, just given the goaltending matchup and the way the Sharks are getting, their goaltending right now. But I do expect that to regress. We know what Vanacek is. We know what Blackwood is at this point in their careers. They've never been able to put it together like this for long stretches. So I wouldn't bank on it continuing. I do think that the way both teams are playing right now, though, like I wouldn't expect a sudden change. This should be pond hockey. This should be fun, back and forth, plenty of offense. So yeah, I am very good with overs at these sixes, and hopefully we don't get a great goaltending matchup that steals it.
We had the over 6 minus 115 there. That is added under Moretto. Just a side note, did you guys notice So Money was out in New York yesterday playing goalie at the Sharks practice?
Yes, I did.
What was this? What did I miss?
You didn't see that?
No.
The Sharks were practicing out, what was it, Chelsea Pier out in New York yesterday, and there was like a men's league pickup something going on before the Sharks practice, and one of the old guys, the goalie, asked if he could come out and take some shots from the NHL players, and he was out there just getting peppered by the guys.
Poor guy.
There's actually leagues like these men's leagues that go in the mornings. Like people go play before work. That's psycho to me. Psychopathic.
That's insane. Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
I guess like
3 years after a game and go to work? That's crazy. I can't.
I guess the only good thing though is like you actually no, I don't even know. I was gonna say like you don't have to go play at like 11 p.m. but like I'm in a league right now. Most of my games are at like 8:30, 9 o'clock. So it's not that late. It's not brutal. So I don't know. I don't know. It's not that bad. All right, there you go. There is our San Jose, New York breakdown. We got to your Devils game there, Connor, as well. Do you guys want to hold off on Tampa, Winnipeg, or what's thoughts on there? Hold off for now.
Well, well, there's nothing we can do. Like if Vasilevsky starts, then I would recommend Tampa Bay. I've already bet Tampa Bay, so like I'm in there. If it's not Vasilevsky and it's Jonas Johansson, it'll be interesting for me to have money on Johansson because I'll be stuck with it. But if it is Johansson, then I'll also be betting the over as well. So if it's Vasilevsky, I'm good with my ticket. I'm good with Tampa Bay. If it's Johansson, then I'll bet the over as well.
Okay, makes sense. I mean, Moretto, do you have anything else to add to that one before we kind of bury it?
You literally can't. Yeah, you need to know. There's no point jumping the gun. You basically just the difference between Vasilevsky and Johansson is obviously massive. So until you know who's starting in net, you really can't. I've been blindsided by that before, where I got an unexpected Johansson start or something, and you're just like in shambles. So I don't need to be doing that to myself right now.
What is going on here on the show today?
Boy.
Hey, welcome back, man. Glad to have you.
Everyone keep liking the stream, subscribe here to the channel. Thank you guys for participating. Let's keep going. We've covered, for those wondering, Devils, Panthers, Jets, Lightning, Sharks, Rangers, Flyers, Sens, Bruins, Stars, Habs, Wild. So a few more games to get to here for tonight. Let's now go to St. Louis, Buffalo. The Blues are plus 128, Sabres minus 154, total of 5.5, minus 132, over plus 108, under. So Monty, do you have any bets in this one?
No, I don't have any bets. Couple of notes here. Tage Thompson is out. Yeah. Devin Levi is going to start. Even with that, I still can't get on the Blues. Especially after Buffalo's last loss, I think that. And I mean, after St. Louis's last loss too, right? So, it's a game that Buffalo looks a little bit inflated, but they are the better team. And even with those guys out and the downgrade, there is a downgrade from Luukkonen to a Levi. So, I'll pass. Would have thought I might show some value on the Blues, but even with those guys out, I can't get there.
Okay. Moretto, anything for you?
No, because I wanted an under, but yeah, you wanted to see what was going on with UPL, and he's not starting. And I do agree that there's definitely a downgrade to Levi. He's kind of look, he's young. Long term, I'm sure the outlook's still good. He'll be fine. These young goalies take time, but with him in net right now, I'm not comfortable enough. Even though I don't think the Blues are the team to take advantage of that, goaltending, potentially goaltending inefficiency or whatever you want to call it. And no Tage Thompson also contributes itself to an under, but like just where the price is and getting Levi in net, I'm just not comfortable getting on it. So I haven't done it. I do think it's great to see so money coming around on this Blues team though, that I think is terrible. And it started to really show itself as being very bad. So I think things are about to get even worse in St. Louis. And might be a top 3 pick for this team coming this season.
Well, let's go to a team that is also having their own interesting situation to start the season so far. Let's call it that. The Nashville Predators head to Edmonton here tonight to take on the Oilers. Nashville plus 150, the Oilers minus 182, total of 6.5, minus 102 over, minus 120 under on FanDuel right now. Moretto, how are you approaching this game here tonight and what we see side total wise?
So like the Oilers are really starting to get rolling again now. Obviously McDavid back in the lineup, and they're starting to, this is kind of the time where I think they're flipping a switch and they're starting to turn it on. And I think, maybe look, it's hard to say for sure, but I do think this is probably where we've hit the bottom of the market on the Oilers in terms of like future stuff. Because if they're going to play like they have in the last few games, and this is going to start to become the new norm, and they're going to start, blowing teams out of the building in terms of what they're generating, then it's not going to get much worse than this. So if you are looking to buy Edmonton futures, this is probably as good as prices are going to get, I'd say. I just can't see Nashville providing much resistance here. My inclination is to be on an over, but I honestly just don't trust Nashville to score enough. I do also think they'll probably try and do their best to slow this game down. I just don't know that they'll be successful doing that, and they'll also be forced out of that when they fall behind. So yeah, nothing for me side or total here, but I do in terms of bigger picture outlook, I think maybe this is where the Oilers start to really get going.
So money, anything for you in this one?
Nothing for me in the game. I was looking at Oilers futures the other day. I thought that this is around the time when I usually buy my annual Oilers ticket. But Alex is right. It's like I can't get there right now. I also looked at Colorado as well. That's another team that I'm thinking about. But for this game here, it's priced where it should be. Edmonton. This is another game where you have clearly the better team that's going to dictate the style of play. So that's why I can't get on a total here either. If Edmonton wants to run in this game, they will. If they want to shut it down, they'll play however Nashville wants to play this game, and I think the Oilers are very comfortable in playing either way. So, and we saw that last year as well from this group. So, nothing for me here. Oilers are starting to roll, so I'm interested to see how they do. I would like the Oilers to go on a quick 2-3 game losing streak, just for me personally, but. It doesn't look like that's going to happen. It looks like that they've started flipping the switch now.
Not quite there. I don't think so money right now, but hey, maybe you'll get it. Let's go now to the Islanders Canucks game. The Islanders plus 152, minus 184 for the Canucks. Total of 5.5, minus 140 over, plus 114 under. So money, you take the lead here. These are your Canucks. I mean, you did play for them.
Yeah, and I mean, like back when I was playing, it was always interesting when the Islanders came to town. But this is another game that I think it's
I just saw that too.
Oh no!
That it's all just started. Disastrous, absolutely in shambles. Yeah.
All right, so we're stuck on that Flyers here as well.
No bueno.
Yeah, so a little bit right.
Anyway, sorry. Continue about the Canucks. I just had to interrupt with that breaking, devastating news.
Yeah. I won't lie. This is a little bit rattling here. Yeah, I think that the Canucks line is it's lined fairly. Islanders are really struggling right now, and it's not only what's concerning about the Islanders is that Their losses are because they've started playing poorly defensively, right? And that's what's concerning, because headed into the season, and with the way that the season started, um, their defensive play was a focal point for them, and we're seeing that we're seeing that get away from them. So the under would have made sense, but this is another game where we could see Sheloff's in goal as well. So I'll be sitting this one out.
Okay. Moretto, anything for you in the Canucks game?
Sorry, just trying to come back on some over 5.5 here in this. Hopefully it lands on 6. All right. Yeah, I just came back. If you have some 5.5 with the Flyers and Sens and you want to get out of that a little bit, there's maybe a chance to not just juice out. For this Canucks game, yeah, no, it's tough. Romanov's still not ready. The Isles, just these defensive injuries are really starting to take their toll. They've been giving up a lot. I don't know if Vancouver's the team to take advantage. It's more than likely, I guess, Vancouver would take control of this game from the start, maybe get a lead, sort of try and suffocate the Isles. And I think the Isles would be confident playing that way as well. Maybe, lower event game, shelter some of these young blue liners that are in there, forced in there because of the injuries. But like so many said, if we do get Shelov's, and the Isles still, look, they're not necessarily needing to generate a lot to score goals right now. They've been pretty efficient in scoring. So Shelov's does concern me in that regard. Whereas the other night, it didn't concern me as much against the Calgary team. I think an Islanders team is a little bit more equipped to take advantage of something like that. So stylistically, I would like an under, but just given the injuries and the uncertainty in net here, I'm not going to be on it.
All right. Every day we got some type of different.
Is that a fire alarm?
No, that's so many. That's so many stores going there. There you go. Last game tonight. Let's go Blackhawks, Kraken. The Chicago Blackhawks are plus 138. Kraken minus 166. Total of 5.5, minus 124 over. Plus 102 under right now. So Money, do you have a bet in this one?
I do, and it falls into my strategy with the Seattle team. When they play bad teams, they play a different way. So they do want to run and gun against bad teams. Their games tend to be a lot more open. We saw that play out in the Columbus game, although they did make me sweat there at the end a little bit. But I would expect the same thing. Seattle, against good teams, they have trouble generating. Against bad teams, they are able to go back and forth. Chicago will go back and forth against anybody. So I think that the over, I've already played the over. Even at 6, we should be able to get plus money 6s. That's fine. 5.5. Yeah, I'm not there, but I think the plus money 6 would be the better option here.
Okay. The plus money 6 there, we will go and grab. Moretto, do you have anything else for us in this one?
No. Finally, a game we're not in complete. I'm not betting an under. I'm definitely not looking to bet an under here, but finally a non-double best bet, so that's nice. That's probably going to be the one for sure winner tonight. I just don't trust the Hawks to generate enough offense right now. And you know what? Decord was great the other night. They got shelled in that Columbus game, and he played really well. So maybe he's kind of found something a little bit lately. They are playing better, and then again they take the step back against Columbus. Chicago's just really seems to have hit a wall a little bit here. I know they did beat the Wild the other night, but again, that, like I said earlier, that score was not indicative of how that game went. I just don't trust them to generate enough offensively, even though I do think, stylistically, this matchup should lend itself to an over. My lack of trust in this Hawks offense is what's keeping me off of it.
All right, there you go. That is all the games for today. Our best bets currently, as it stands right now, we have the over 6 minus 115 in San Jose, New York. We have under 6 minus 116 in Philly, Ottawa. The under 6 minus 115 in Boston, Dallas. Under 6.5 minus 122 in Montreal, Minnesota. And then finally over 6 plus 105 in Chicago and Seattle. We have a lot of goal scores to get to here today. So whatever we can do to get through these the fastest, that we will do. If you guys are in agreement, we will just auto put them in, and I guess if not, then nothing for that. Dear God. Okay, how are we gonna do
It
this?
also, while you're getting that together, it also sounds like Varlamov is starting tonight for the Isles. Another thing to keep in mind, not Sorokin.
Okay.
So another reason to maybe just, if it's, Silos, Varlamov, yeah.
All right. Let's try to dig through this. Let's go to the Rangers game first, and I'll try to pull any ones that I can find in that one right away. So let's start with Sam's suggestion. Plus 750 Goudreau revenge goal. Starting there. Albert did say it as well. I'm not gonna lie. He said, if you don't think Barclay Goudreau anytime goal is the lock of the season, you've never watched the Rangers. Barclay Goudreau.
Do we get frisky and start with a plus 750?
Let's do it. Well,
yeah, sure.
We're gonna hold Albert to this.
Yeah.
This one's on Albert. Nothing to do with Sam.
Unless it hits, then it's Sam.
Unless it hits, then it's Sam.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, there you go. First one in, Barclay Goudreau plus 750. The revenge angle for tonight. Geez, I have to scroll so far down to get him in there. Barclay Goudreau in. Let's go to the Blackhawks game. Charles Bertuzzi anytime goal, not opposed to Bedard. Francois says Reichel or Hall. I'm trying to see if there's any others. Foligno anytime goal as well. I don't know if I see any others in the chat here. I don't know if you guys see them.
We can't do Foligno because of the FanDuel price. There's a lot better out there in market, so I think we'd have to steer clear of Foligno. So money is Mr. Blackhawk, so I'll let him decide here. I do think that that Bertuzzi number though looks pretty good at FanDuel at 340 plus 340.
What is Bedard?
200.
I kind of like that the best.
All right, that's it.
But,
Bedard in. But
yeah, I think Bedard.
Okay, Bedard in. Let's grab that one. Plus 200. That's our second one. So we did pass on Bertuzzi, Foligno in this one as well. Oh God, I'm trying to sort through this chat of what we've got. There's a million things. Let's go to the Vancouver game. Connor Garland, anytime goal. First suggestion, just trying to see
240 what else on FanDuel.
Garland is 1. Suter plus 425. Rich also said Suter in here.
What is Tyler Myers' price?
Oh boy.
Oh God. Okay, let's go. I mean, why not?
11 to 1. 11 to 1.
No, we're not going to put in the parlay, but like that's like I'm seeing his numbers pop up here.
Is he #do?
Sorry?
Do you want to go small bet on the side so money on Tyler Myers? Just an actual bet locked into the account? And if it wins, we get to say, and then if not, it's a small one. It was a flop.
No, I'll do it on my own now because I've mentioned it, but I will bet it on my own, but it's not something that I'm gonna recommend to others though. Yeah. Unless you want to, but
okay, fair enough. Can you give any justification to Suter anytime goal?
I like that.
330 though. That's the only thing. 330. They said 425 in the chat. 330. I'm just trying to check this.
There is 425 out there. That's why I think that was said.
Okay, makes sense. But this is the next best number. That 425 is pretty far off from the rest of the market.
Yeah.
You like Suter at 330 still?
Yeah, there's just nobody on the Canucks that really stands out right now in terms of what I would expect and what their actual performance is, except Myers. He actually stands out to me. But I'm fine with Suter. I think he's been playing better, and he's getting he's getting a lot more significant minutes as well. So I like that suggestion. I'd be fine with that.
Okay, Suter in. That's the third one. Let's go to the Minnesota game because this is one that I do like. I know we took an under in this game, but
Slafkovsky. Did anyone suggest Slafkovsky?
You did.
Oh, good. Oh, it's been bet down. It was 450 earlier this morning. Now we're at 360 at FanDuel. So there's some obviously some very sharp money coming in on Slap here. He was moved up to the top line again, and in 2 periods on the top line, he had 3 primary assists and should have had a goal. So it's coming.
I mean,
it was betted to place a bit though. It was at the fact that we were able to get 450 and we slept on it and we didn't. We'll skip it. We'll skip it.
Sorry, one thing that Jordan's Eklund, I really like that as well.
We'd have to replace Goudreau if we did that though.
Oh, okay, fine. Jordan, I'll take your play on the side.
All right. You know what? Let's keep moving here. Here's what we've got for the rest. So we got 3. I'm just gonna read them all, and you guys tell me. So we've got Francois Gaudette plus 500. Twins picks, Kaprizov goal. I just checked is minus 110. Even still, like that might not be that bad. Charles 200 for Zegras. Plus juicy plus 200 for Zegras' best friend anytime goal tonight.
They're not even playing tonight. I'm confused.
I think he's talking about Cole Caulfield. No.
Oh, geez, yeah.
Yeah, for Zegras' best friend.
I don't even like to link the two in my head. No. I don't think they talk anymore actually, so that's good.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Plus Brian 185 on FanDuel.
FanDuel. Yeah. Velarde.
Velarde's
230. Delandria in San Jose. Never mind. Toffoli. Oh, also San Jose.
It's also San Jose. If we get Johansson, I'd be down for Velarde, but again,
yeah,
don't know.
Draisaitl against the Predators.
Yeah, I'd be down for that. 135. I mean, could be.
Yeah, Rich knows his Oilers, so like I'd be.
All right, let's go. Let's go with that. Draisaitl, that's the 4th one. Keep going through what we've got on the list while I just try to lock this in. Next, Francois Pajot for the Islanders. We also have Francois with a couple here. Yossi or Stamkos.
We already got Draisaitl now, so we can't do that.
Right, that's out. Palat or Nason. And then James said Foligno. We said no, but Beniers anytime. Oh, we already took.
We already have
Bedard in that one, so that one's out. And then anything else in the chat? Slither and Crest, Matt Boldy.
145.
Yeah. This is for the last one here today. We've got 4. So money, are there any that you let's get someone from Florida, New Jersey, Sam says.
Okay, let's go with Florida here.
Florida, New Jersey, or do we want to get a okay, yeah, I'm fine with that. I haven't looked at the prices on Sens players, but like with Fedotov in net, I feel like those probably wouldn't have been adjusted for that yet.
So I'm just going to my Florida tab here.
Yeah.
Verhaeghe.
Verswaggy.
He's popping up.
Verswaggy. I mean, I'm not going to say no to it. Reinhardt, Bennett, or Kachuk. Charles said none of the the three, and none of them are Verhaeghe. I don't know.
I will say Bennett. They did say Bennett's still a game time decision. So like I'm sure I think he'll play, but it's not confirmed yet that he's going to be.
Let's go with what Charles's best bet is in that one.
Okay, Charles, you give us your favorite one because Charles is our Panthers guy. So Charles, you said 1, and we'll take that one. We'll take that one, and that'll be the final one. As of right now, for those keeping track, at home we have 4 locked in or 4 on the tab for this. We have Goudreau, Barclay Goudreau, Connor Bedard, Pia Suter, and Leon Draisaitl. Those are the 4 that we have right now. Just waiting on Charles. All right, there you go. Reinhardt, that's it. That's the best bet from Charles for this Panthers Devils one. We had that plus 155. That rounds it out. Those are our final 5.
I think this is the one, you guys.
This is the one.
This is the one.
This is the one. We've got Barkley Goodrow, Connor Bedard, Pia Suter, Leon Draisaitl, Sam Reinhart. Yeah, I mean, we starting off with a plus 800. It moved the opposite direction.
Moving the wrong way, guys. Moving the wrong way.
Barkley Goodrow, plus 800 now from 750. You go to this one, $10 pays you 6,947. Why not us? Today feels like a good day to win one. So there you go. Those are our anytime goal scorers, our best bets for tonight, as you can find in the Edge bet stamp. Yep, so money. Muted.
One more.
Yep.
If you
muted again.
Muted again. Oh, it's a sensitive mic. Or muted
again. Snap over his knee.
What happened? Did you hear it?
I don't know. You're in, you're out.
Yeah, we got you again now.
All right. So the over, if we can get 49s, the over 49 tonight in Thursday Night Football.
There you go. That is so money. Our resident anything but NHL pick at the end of the show. That's why you stay to the end, ladies and gentlemen. You stay right to the very end. So money throws out a random one. Is the Grey Cup this weekend or next?
Yeah, this weekend.
Wow.
So maybe we
but
get
it's
a great, are you
Chad Kelly's out, right? He's not playing, and they Argos lost their starting quarterback for the
his shin was in half.
Yeah,
I didn't see it. I don't know.
It'll be
I
Argos.
can't say I watched any of the games.
I will give my official Grey Cup pick on tomorrow's show.
Okay. Perfect. We will make sure you tune in for that. We will be awaiting patiently. Our best bets on sides and totals, though, for tonight. You make sure to find this over in the BetStamp app as Edgework HQ. First, San Jose, New York, over 6 minus 115. Philly, Ottawa, under 6 minus 116. Boston, Dallas, under 6 minus 115. Montreal, Minnesota, under 6.5 minus 122. Chicago, Seattle, over 6 plus 105. Those are our best bets for today. If you did enjoy the show, please make sure to hit that like button, subscribe here to the channel, turn on notifications, all that good stuff. Later today, coming out 4 p.m. Eastern time, another episode of Circles Off. Rob Pizzola, Bill Krakenberger. I feel like he's got like a million different ways he goes about saying his name. Crackman, Crack wins. It trips me out every time. But make sure to subscribe to the Circles Off channel, coming out at 4 p.m. today. Later on Forward Progress, 8 p.m. Eastern time. Rob Pizzola not live for tonight. Producer Jason hosting the Thursday Night Football watch along. You're going to want to see that one. It might be potentially, Moretto, like a car crash, something you just cannot look away from.
Yeah, I booked a good crew of guests tonight, so hopefully they can carry things here, and we don't have to suffer too much.
Perfect. There you go. Make sure to subscribe to Forward Progress. Thanks everyone for tuning in. We'll be back tomorrow morning at 10:30 a.m. Eastern time. Enjoy the games tonight. Good luck on your bets.